Hi, welcome to Luke-alike. Thanks for dropping in. We are doing a study of the book of Luke and looking at a lot of things that relate to the gospel according to Luke that you find in the New Testament. If you have your Bible or you're familiar with it, you got it on an app somewhere, Luke chapter 1 introduces Luke, and it is a letter to his friend Theophilus. We've read those verses. Let me jump back in again and read verse 3 of Luke chapter 1. It says, "It seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write you an orderly account," and then he calls his friend most excellent Theophilus, "that you may know the certainty of those things in which you were instructed." See, when it comes to doctors, we want two qualities. We want skill and we want compassion. We want our doctors to be confident but not arrogant. We want our doctors to be able to pick up on things medically, the faint murmur in a heartbeat, the suspicious mole on your back. But then we want the human side of that doctor. Do they care? Do they want what's best for us? Do they listen? And given all that, most of us would have gladly chosen Dr. Luke as a doctor that we would have been happy to go to, because Luke was the Apostle Paul's beloved physician. That's what's mentioned in Colossians chapter 4, verse 14. He not only cared for Paul at the end of his life, if you take a look at 2 Timothy 4:11, you're reminded of that, but he also traveled extensively with Paul and later chronicled his activities. See, a lot of people hear that piece of information about Luke and they don't realize that Luke's not only recording and writing down the history of the events that took place here. Not only is he putting some scholarly work and putting his education to a little bit of a different use, but then he also used his medical skills to take care of Paul and used his skill as a doctor to minister to Paul. And so these books that Luke puts together for us, the words, the chapters, give us a peek not only into the life of Christ, but into Luke as well, because his attention to detail and his love for people shines through the book over and over again. And so for Dr. Luke, the writing is highly articulate, but it's also highly accurate. And he is tackling the tougher subjects that will come along, but doing it in a way that's going to make sense and help others get where they need to be. See, for us, we come to moments where we want to know who Jesus is and what he's like. My favorite book in the Bible to study as a book overall is the book of Luke. As a matter of fact, it's one of those books that I find myself teaching out of over and over and over again. And so, that is why we're there, and those two verses remind us again of the importance of this book and why we need this book to understand that full picture of Jesus. And so that's what it looks like, and I'll join you next time for another episode of Luke-alike.